to Iraola. Forward to Susaeta. Keeping the ball for long spells. 20 minutes up here, the best chance we've had. Chouriço onto the bar with a header from a corner. Nothing really from Celta Vigo. Occasional moments of fizz from that man there, Iago Aspas, and that's a decent ball from him. Trying to send Alex Lopez away, but it's easily retrieved. To DeMarcos. Long crossfield pass towards Susaeta. And allowed to run out of play by Belvis. Respective presidents watching the game. So much at stake financially for teams this season. Second tier of Spanish football. No comparison between it and the second tier, for example, in England. In terms of revenue, you really do go down into a wilderness, and it's fine if you can bounce straight back, as Celta did last season. Ath.Bilbao, of course, have never been in the second tier of Spanish football. Only 3 clubs can say that in Spain. You can guess the other 2. Ball forward to Susaeta, but intercepted. Back from Ubiña. Túñez. Crondelli. Madinda. Lofted into the area. Aspas goes down very dramatically, as he does tend to do occasionally. Well, he gets the slightest of touches on the back of his neck, but one of the players who, if Celta are relegated, probably won't stay. You would have thought that there would be interest in Iago Aspas from other clubs, but there aren't too many in that situation. They would probably be able to keep most of the side. Another diagonal run from DeMarcos, but they can't pick out those runs at the moment, Ath.Bilbao. And that's a stray clearance, which gives Celta a throw in. Comfortably taken the cross. On the bench tonight for Celta, Maior will be the man they will call upon if they need a goal. Panjic, Demidov, De Lucas, Tony and Orellana. They have got attacking options on the bench, has to be said. Orellana as well. There's Bermejo. Munain. Back to Susaeta, cleared by Belvis. Podemos conseguirlo. We can do it. It's the feeling here, but it's also the feeling in La Coruña, and it's also the feeling in Mallorca. They can't all do it. Somebody's got to go down. It's also the feeling in Zaragoza. Not since 2003 has relegation been decided before the last day of the season. And this campaign doesn't look like being any different. 20 minutes left the first half here. Still Celta 0, Athletic 0. And the closest we've come, Iturraspi's header onto the bar. The Ath.Bilbao bench: Torquero, Llorente, Castillo, the young defender, Lopez, Ibai Gomez and Maior. Now there's a chance here for Celta. Jasper shoots and comfortably taken. Well, he does that so well. Iago Aspas just disappears around the back of the defender. The shot was disappointing, comfortably taken by Gorky Ath. They're not going to get too many of those chances, not judging from the way the first half has been played, with the possession mainly with Athletic.
Fully matched.
Aspas, that time he was definitely fouled. So the foul from San Jose, and an opportunity now for Crondelli maybe to do something from this distance.
Fully matched.
Gorky Ath doesn't seem too happy with his wall at the moment. The players don't really seem to understand what exactly it is he wants, judging from the expression on Menahin's face. Crondelli and Alex Lopez. Lopez takes it and tipped over by Gorky Ath. And that was heading for the top corner. Well, they've woken up Celta in the last 5 minutes or so. Crondelli now with the corner. Punched away by Gorka, and Villa it was, Jonathan Villa, who puts it wide. Interesting tactic from corners, Celta Vigo, with 4 players inside the 6-yard box, very close to the goalkeeper and to the line. Well, he was a former keeper. Or he is a former keeper. He was a keeper, Abel Racino. So he will know what makes for the most uncomfortable of experiences for a goalkeeper from set pieces. That looked like DeMarcos, his brother, in the stands. Menahin. DeMarcos very nearly finding Othariz. Sooner or later you get the feeling one of those diagonal passes, one of those diagonal runs is going to come off for Athletic. Augusto. Jaspas. Back to Madinda. Long ball forward from Tunes, but straight to the feet of Alex Lopez, who plays the ball back to Jaspas, who sends it out to Crondelli. And Crondelli wins the throw. Not called for referee. haven't seen too much of Ath yet tonight. It's in a race to finish as the top scoring Spaniard this season, with Negredo and Soldado. Crondelli with the shot, palmed away by Gorka. Second save he's had to make in the space of a couple of minutes.
Fully matched. Fully matched.
Caught it very cleanly. Crondelli, he's going to take this corner.
Fully matched.
And it comes and headed at the near post. Tunez. Well, you can tell that they've been working on the set pieces. Might have actually been going the other side of his post, but he couldn't take the chance. Crondelli again. Back to Mandinda. And Mandinda back to Tunez. Here he is again, Tunez.
Fully matched.
Iraola for Ath.Bilbao, who've just let control of this game slip away from them in the last 10 minutes or so. "13 goals Ath has got, so long way short of Messi, Ronaldo and Falcao, but there's another race on, as I say, for the top Spanish scorer. Marcos trying to get on the end of that one. Beaten to it by Belvis. Comes out to Crondelli. It's been won back. Crondelli tries to win it back again. Goes to Munua. Crondelli comes away with it. Iago Aspas. Now he's all on his own, Iago Aspas, but he got round the defender into the area. Will he stay on his feet this time? He does. And he wins the corner. It was Akiza who matched him for pace and for strength, as you'd expect. Now, Mr. Velasco Carvalho is now going to book Iraola for something that happened earlier. In fact, has he booked Gurpegi? No one in this Athletic side is on the point of being suspended for the next game. Now, this is different corner variation with about 4 Celta players still on the penalty spot. Crondelli poised.
Fully matched.
Comes flicked on at the near post. Alex Lopez gets under it, it's punched out! The shot comes in and is blocked by San Jose. It was Túnez's shot. Well, if there's a lack of invention in open play, there's no lack of invention with the corners. Cross comes in, away by Vila, and then cleared by Augusto. Now comes Javi Valles. Under 10 minutes to go of this first half. Celta Vigo suddenly looking like far better side. Iago Aspas. Alex Lopez. Shot is blocked, but it spins perfectly out to Crondelli on that far side. Now with Mandinda. In fact, it was Alex Lopez on the far side and Crondelli there with a loose pass. But they've won it back, Celta. Here's Crondelli. Iago Aspas gets the shot in. Gorka saves. So 3 times now he's had to make saves, Gorka, I thought. That was probably the most comfortable of the 3, but they are hitting the target. They were slow to start this game. But as we head towards the break, they look more likely the 2 to take the lead. Formidable response from home supporters, you can hear, responding to the way the team are playing. Bielsa takes his seat back on the bench, but the moment Abel very animated, he'll know that the importance of taking one of these chances, because they've dominated the second period of the first half, but it's still 0-0 here. Saraspi comes away with it. Munaim gets away from 3 Celta players there, but runs straight into Túnez. Túnez gives the ball away. Here's that effort again from Alex Lopez that was tipped over.
Fully matched.
Corner comes in for Ath.Bilbao. Flicked out to the far side where Munaim retrieves. DeMarcos.
Fully
and
matched.
if he'd just been able to steer that across the face of the goal, it was an excellent play between Munaim and DeMarcos. Adinda it was Gorka, I thought. Back to Akiza. Reith. I had to swap wings with Munaim, but it hasn't brought him any joy. Well, what a waste of a season for the great Fernando Llorente, who's so good to watch last season in his pomp and the previous one. Became first choice for Spain, of course, in that time, and they've missed him as well, the selection. Headed out to the edge of the area. Grondelli gets it all wrong, but it might still work out for Celta. The shot comes in and hits the side netting. Well, if there was anyone for that to drop to, then I'm sure Abba Racina would have chosen Grondelli. Technically as good as anyone on the pitch tonight, but he couldn't get over it and round it. Nicely played through to DeMarcos, and they've taken the lead, Ath.Bilbao.
Oh, crap.
And DeMarcos gets the goal 3 minutes before half-time. Cruel for Celta Vigo. At one end they go very close, and at the other end they concede. Perfect pass, perfect run.
Crap.
Threatening that. Those perfectly timed runs. And the problem had been that the passes just weren't finding him, but that one threaded through nicely. And Oscar DeMarcos puts Athletic in front. Now let's just check that he was onside. He was. It's perfectly timed and dispatched. Thank you very much. Adarifa's pass. What an excellent season Adarifa's had. Second spell at Ath.Bilbao. It's going to be tough for Celta now. They've been bright for much of this first half without ever really looking like scoring. One back by Augusto, but possession was soon lost. Grondelli back to Ubiña. Full of confidence now, DeMarcos. Nicely across to Munaim. First touch just let him down. This would move Athletic up to, well, in fact, it wouldn't move them at all. They'd stay in 14th place, but would be on level points with Levante and Valladolid. And it really would be safety for them on 40 points. Well, I think Villarreal had more than 40 last season when they went down, but that was a freak occurrence, and most likely this season that someone goes down with a very low points total, and that likewise teams manage to stay up with a low points total. Long ball play forward to DeMarcos, but runs out. Dinda out to Augusto. Interesting to see what the response is at half-time from the supporters when the whistle goes. Let's hear it.
Fully matched.
Well, not completely negative, certainly no whistles. They started very poorly